take your seats. And I need just about 15 seconds for the cameraman to do it.
Just letting everybody know that these proceedings will be videotaped for eventual distribution to the web. You can find these all 8 division contests filmed in their entirety, except for those contestants who opted out, at www.timsvideo.com. They will be made public after the release. If you're a contestant today and you want to see your stuff, that'll be posted tomorrow via private YouTube link. And again, if you do not want to be filmed, see me after the thing. There have been some release forms in. Please get them back to me and sign. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Are you ready? Yeah. I want to bring up our area governor. Calling to order, Mr. Lee Jones.
Thank you, Deshaun Mosley. However, I'm just pushing. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the South Division Table Topics and International Speech Contest. I want to personally thank everyone, the contestants, the functionaries, the guests, for coming here on this day. It looks like we won't have any more snow, hopefully, and for spending your Saturday afternoon with us. I wanted to say that first and foremost, and I'll probably say it again throughout the contest, but I sincerely want to thank everyone and to thank the members of South Suburban College for letting us utilize the space here. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a great contest. I've seen some of the area contests, I've seen some of the division contests, and today we have a show for you today. So let's get ready to have a good presentation, and before we get started, I would like to just have an inspirational thought before we really officially kick off the content. To do that, I will bring to the lectern an individual who has been exemplified what it means to be a committed Toastmaster. Not contribute, but commit to Toastmaster. He's an assistant area governor, hopefully soon to be an area governor next year. And that's Toastmaster Jerome Thrall.
I just wanted to ask you, why do we have contests? Well, I can tell you in a couple of ways. First of all, if you look outside, you don't see that much life yet, because you just see a bunch of sticks out there pretending to be trees and a lot of gray snow that's faded into the background. But there is life underneath the ground. And like that, each of you is like the life underneath the earth, because there are seeds that have been planted that are getting ready to grow. Each of us has been planted with a seed that's individual to us of all the dreams that we have inside of us. Now, what Toastmasters offers is a way to get that message out to the public. Now, a lot of seeds have special things on them to help them be carried by the wind out in the wide world. I think it's the maple leaf that has those little helicopter things we used to call when we were kids. So, you've got the seed and you've got the wind being able to carry it. There's one ingredient that you really need in order to grow. And that's the fire. And what do I mean by the fire? Well, I'll tell you a story. When I did my first division contest, I was gung-ho, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed Toastmaster wanting to do my contest. I worked hard. The area contest I won. I got to the division level, and I lost. And I was amazed. I thought, I worked so hard on this. And for the first 30 seconds, I was smiling, congratulating everybody else. I thought there was part of me that was like this little kid saying, "Stupid contest, I'm never going to." But I got over that. I figured I might as well enjoy the rest of the contest. But then, afterwards, after the contest was over, a contest judge came up to me and said, I think you should keep on going in these contests because you've got the fire. And I asked her, what do you mean? I know that, you're still working on your technique, but I could tell that what was in your heart was really what was coming out of your mouth. That's what I mean by the fire. And so if you want to remember what I just said, just remember the key words, earth, wind, and fire. And just the lyrics from that group, I wanted to close this off for. Just remember this. Every man or woman has a place in his or her heart. There is a space, and the world can't erase his or her fantasies. Thank you very much.
That's me.
Inspirational. Wind and fire, one of my favorite movies. To keep the show moving on, our Toastmaster, our contest master for this contest. He's a member of the South Suburban Toastmasters Club. He is the president of the South Suburban Toastmasters Club. He is an up-and-coming Toastmaster. Ladies and gentlemen, he brings energy when he comes to the lectern. Let's give it up for our Toastmaster, Winston Perkins.
Toastmasters and honored guests, and especially our dignitaries. But before I go any further, please, somebody say please. Please silence all cell phones, and if you still carry a pager, silence that as well. Take a brief moment. It's a very exciting time today. And at this time, I would like to welcome all of our dignitaries. I will call your name, and I will just ask for you to either stand or wave. Lieutenant Governor, Education and Training, Donna Weston. Logistics Chair, Don Williams. Northwest Area Division Governor, Quabal Acha. Central South Division Governor Melissa Newport. South Division Governor Lee Jones. C-23 Area Governor Rachel Muhammad. South 51 Area Governor Maybelline Taylor. South 52 Area Governor Frank Amos. South 54 Area Governor Sherry McKnight. Area Governor Lillian Shepherd. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for all of our dignitaries on today. Quickly, did I miss anyone?
South 53 Area Governor Dushan Mosley. What is Barbara's position? Barbara Beckley, Area Governor. You'll be here.
Central North Division Governor Charles Chapman.
All right.
Today we will have two contests, Table Topics Contest and the International Speech Contest. The first contest will be the Table Topics Contest. When that contest has concluded, we will have about a 10-minute break, and after the break, we will conduct the International Speech Contest. Contestants, timers, ballot counters, and sergeant-at-arms have all been briefed and prior to the beginning of this contest. Everyone is aware of the Toastmaster International rules that governs this contest. No one should enter or leave the room during the contestants' presentations. You may do so if time permits during the 1 minute of silence between the presentation. And for that, I thank you. With that said, let the contest begin! At this time, I will give the speaking order for the Table Topics contest. Contestant number 1, Teresa Banks. Contestant number 2, Terrence Jones. Contestant number 3, Shirley Beal. Contestant number 4, Olalekan Muhammad. Ahmed. Oh, Ahmed. I'm reading some into what I don't see. And contestant number 5, John Greenwich. Mr. Sergeant at Arms, will you please escort all of the contestants out of the room except for our first contestant?
Come this way, please. You go straight out. You go straight out that door.
We are ready to hear from our Table Topics contestants. There will be 1 minute of silence between each contestant. Timekeepers, when I advise you to do so, please signal me with the green light when 1 minute is up. After all contestants have spoken, the judges will be given the time they need to complete their ballot. We will now begin with Table Topics contestant number 1, Teresa Banks. Terry Banks. Oh, right. She's here. I'm on a new level, so you know it's different. That's all right. Table Topics contestant number 1. It's springtime. You're rejuvenated and re-energized. If you could be reincarnated, who or what would you be and why? It's springtime. You're rejuvenated and re-energized. If you could be reincarnated, who or what would you be and why? Teresa Banks.
Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and to our very honored guests. If I could be reincarnated during springtime, I would come back as a snowman. Now the reason that I say that is although we have a number of individuals that cannot wait for the winter season to go away, I am the complete opposite. I will be mourning the passing from winter into spring. In fact, the very last time it snowed, I was outside shoveling into the night. I did not go to bed. And so I imagine myself as a snowman with a person that loves winter as much as me, enjoying my very presence out there on someone's lawn. And I love the winter season because there are 2 particular reasons. The first reason is the snow reminds me of when I would build myself a snow person. It also reminds me of when I would flap my arms laying in the snow as a little girl to make snow angels. And then the cold. I know people don't like the cold, but it keeps me humble. And it helps me to remember that I have shelter over my head, I have food, and I have a place to stay. So I think as a snowman reincarnated in that particular form, although a lot of you, I'm sure in the audience, would hate me and would probably throw hot water on me, I would love myself. Mr. Contest.
Timekeepers, may we have 1 minute on the clock for our judges to do the balance. Terrence? I was waiting for the time. Is that 1 minute? Oh, thank you. Contestant number 2, Terrence Jones. It's springtime. You're rejuvenated and re-energized. If you could be reincarnated, who or what would you be and why? It's springtime, and you're rejuvenated and re-energized. If you could be reincarnated, who or what would you be and why? Terrence Jones.
Mr. Contest Chairman, fellow Toastmasters, dignitaries, and guests. I am 10 years old, and I woke up this morning, and I am myself. I am 10 years old, and I am myself. Terrence, little T.J. Jones. And it's springtime, and it's baseball season. It is time to play baseball all winter long. This is what I've been thinking about. Last year, when I was 9, doesn't matter anymore. What matters now to me is joining the team. Last year my team was scrubby. This year I'm going to be on the Yankees. Yankees kicked our butt last year. So now I'm new and I'm going to do better than I did before. When I slid into home base last year, I'm not just going to slide into home base. I'm going to barrel and knock that player, little Joseph Jones. I remember him. I am going to barrel into him when I hit that home run, and I'm going to slide in safe, and I'm going to jump up and cheer for joy because I'm 10 years old, and my name is Terrence T.J. Jones. Mr. Contest Chairman.
We have 1 minute on the clock for the judges to complete their balance. Contestant number 3, Shirley Beal. It's springtime. You're rejuvenated and re-energized. If you could be reincarnated, who or what would you be and why? It's springtime. You're rejuvenated and re-energized. If you could be reincarnated, who or what would you be and why? Shirley Beal.
Mr. Table Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters and guests, if I could be reincarnated, I would come back as 4 people. The first, I would be the President of the United States, because that way I would have everybody doing what I tell them to do, when and why. The second person I would come back as is Bill Gates, because I would have all the money in the world, and I could make everyone happy and rich, and nobody would have any problems. Third person I would come back as one of the most smartest, famous scientists there is, because I would cure all the world's illnesses and everybody would be healthy. And the fourth person that I would come back is myself. That way, I could know all of the table topic answers. I could see into the future and know exactly what the lottery numbers will be for the next couple of years. I would study extra hard and get all of the answers to any test. That way I would have a huge IQ and everybody would think I'm the smartest person in the world. And the last thing that I would do, I would hypnotize everybody, so no matter how large I am, they would think I look like Beyonce. No matter how much I talk, everything that they hear in their ears would just be hypnotizing, and they would say, that girl is the bomb. And the last thing that I would do as myself, I would make every eligible man in the world that happens to be full of anything that is good, I would make him see me as the catch of the century, and they all would be trying to get me to marry them.
Timekeepers, may we have 1 minute on the clock for the judges to complete their ballots. Thank you. Olalakin Ahmed. It's springtime. You're rejuvenated and re-energized. If you could be reincarnated, who and what would you be and why? It's springtime. You're rejuvenated and re-energized. If you could be reincarnated, who or what would you be and why? Olalakin Ahmed.
Wow. Who will I be? Really? Of course I will be myself. I will be myself. I grew up in a small town in the city of Lagos. in a small family. And my father used to say, Lakin, no matter what you might be going through right now, no matter what, never change who you are. So in springtime, it doesn't matter. It could be winter time. It doesn't matter. If I have the opportunity to be reincarnated, I will never change who I am. I will pray to be myself because of the words of my father. Never, regardless of what you might be going through, never. There's something unique about each one of you. You might not have money. Good. You might be going through difficulties, challenges, that sometimes you're thinking, I should have been that person. But there's something good about you. You just have to look inward and find that uniqueness. And you can use it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will never change the person I am today. I will pray to be reincarnated as the same person if the opportunity comes. Thank you.
Timekeepers, may we have 1 minute on the clock for the judges to leave their ballots. Contestant number 5, John Greenidge. It's springtime. You're rejuvenated and re-energized. If you could be reincarnated, who or what would you be and why? It's springtime. You're rejuvenated and re-energized. If you could be reincarnated, who or what would you be and why? Contestant number 5, John Greenidge.
Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests, if I can be reincarnated as somebody, I would like to go back to be like Dr. Martin Luther King. If you think about it, what was he really about? His dream. The way to increase people's knowledge is increase their dreams, their aspirations. Unfortunately, in today's society, we've lost our dreams, we've lost our passion, we've lost our goals. I myself, right nowadays, I still go on YouTube and look at Dr. Martin Luther King. I wish I could have been there to hear him. I think that would have changed my life. Like, it would have helped change other people's life if I could be like Dr. Martin Luther King. I want to see more people succeed. I want to see more people step forward, step out of their box, and go for their goals. It comes down to it most from when you're young. A young girl like her. They need to learn to believe. Believe that they can do anything they can do. Anything. It all comes down to, first and foremost, a dream. What is your dream you have in your heart? Truly think about it. What is your dream you have in your heart? Is it to be a fireman? Oh, maybe not. What about you? What is your dream? We need to ask our kids that more and more. Dream and believe. You have to believe. Thank you very much.
At this time, I will ask that everyone please remain silent while the judges complete their ballots and have them collected by the ballot counters.
Mr. Contest Chair, we have all the ballots.
At this time, I would like to call to the lectern Lieutenant Governor of Education and Training, Donna Weston, to give us spring conference announcements. Donna Weston.
Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests. How many of you have never been to a District 30 contest or conference? So pretty much everybody has. That means I'm going to see all of you there again, right?
Yes. Yes.
April 25th and 26th. It's going to be at the Holiday Inn in Skokie. And we've got a lot of exciting things planned. We're starting out at 4 o'clock on Friday night with some exciting educational sessions. Some new speakers, new topics that you haven't heard before. 5 o'clock, we're going to have networking. At 6 o'clock, we're going to have a dinner, and we're actually taking over the hotel that night, Friday night. So the food is Bar Louie, pretty good food. After that, you want to be there for the Table Topics contest at 7:30. At the end of that, we then are going to have a group playing by the name of Power Play. So we're actually going to have singing and dancing Now, you don't want to stay out too late because Saturday morning, we start bright and early at 7 a.m. Now, how many people have earned an educational award between November 2nd and you have until April 11th? Okay, what do you get? Free hot breakfast! We also have a few educational sessions. Now, our opening ceremony is going to start like 8 or 8:30. This year, we're going to do it a little different. Any club who has achieved Distinguished, Select Distinguished, or President's Distinguished are going to be invited to actually parade with your banners. So we're going to have like an opening like they do at the International Conference or at the Olympics where they go in with the flags. We're going to carry in our banners. And then we have our keynote speaker, Patricia Fripp. So you can come and get fripped, as they say. So if you saw her last year, I love her accent. She's English. And she has a lot of great stories and a lot of great tips. Then after that, we have our business meeting. So how many people here are a president or VP of E of their club? Oh. So we need you to come and vote, because we have some things to vote on. We have new district leaders we're going to be voting on and some other topics. If you can't make it, then you need to, do a proxy and give it to someone that is coming to the business meeting. After that, we have lunch. We have lunch and we have Patricia speaking again, and then we have a very early international contest this year at 2:30. Now, what is so special about this year's contest?
Malaysia.
Yes, the winner gets a free trip to Malaysia. And then we'll be competing with 87 other people in Malaysia for the title of World Champion. After that, we have dinner and some awards, people who are earning their DTMs and several other things, induction of officers. So the good news is you can invite everybody in your club, anyone you've ever known in your entire life, and it's $125 for everybody to come. Guests, whatever. And that is good until April 5th, and then it goes up to $135. So I hope to see all of you there. It's going to be a fantastic time. Thank you.
Well, that concludes our table topics contest. At this time, we're going to take a 10-minute intermission. Please feel free to go to the back, intermittents, and go to the back and grab some refreshments. 10 minutes.